Storytime with Elena! Storytime with Elena!
Hello everyone. Today's story is No More Monsters for Me by Peggy Parish. Pictures by Marc Simont. Not even a tadpole, Minneapolis Simpkin, yelled Mom. And I mean it. Okay, I yelled back. Mom and I always yell a lot, but this time she was really mad, and so was I. I stamped out of the house. I did not care what Mom said. I was going to have a pet. I would take a long walk and think about this. So I walked down the road. Suddenly I heard a funny noise. The noise came from the bushes. I stopped and listened. Something is crying, Minneapolis Simpkin, I said to myself. I will find out what it is. I looked in the bushes. Was I surprised? Wow, a baby monster, I yelled. I looked at the monster, it looked at me, then it ran to me. I put my arms around it. Don't cry, I said. Minneapolis Simpkin will help you. The monster stopped crying. We stood there hugging each other. A monster for a pet? I asked. Mom never said no to a monster, but I never asked her that. Will she say yes? I needed time to think about this, but there was no time. It started raining. The monster did not like it. It started bawling, and I do mean bawling. Okay, I said. I grabbed the monster. I ran home with it. Mom was in the kitchen. She did not see me, but she heard me. Are you wet? She asked. Yes, I said. Hurry and get dry, she said. Supper is about ready. I ran to my room. So far, so good, I said to myself. But what now, Minneapolis Simpkin? I shook my head. I did not know. Min, yelled Mom. Supper is ready. Coming, I yelled back. I started to go down. The monster came too. No, I said, you can't come. I put the monster in my closet. It started bawling again. What was I going to do? I looked around. My teddy bear, I said. I got the teddy bear. Here, I said. The monster grabbed the bear. It stopped crying. I ran down to supper. Mom had made a good supper. Then I thought of something. Monsters have to eat too. Mom, I said, what do monsters eat? Food, I guess, said Mom. But what kind? I asked. Oh, said Mom, is this a new game? Mom loves to play games, so I said yes. Let me think, said Mom. What do monsters eat? I was glad to let her think because I saw something. I saw the monster. I will be right back, I yelled. I have to get something. I had to get something, all right. I had to get the monster hidden. I grabbed the monster. I took it to the basement. The monster started crying again. Quiet, I said. If Mom hears you, we are in for it. I grabbed an apple. Here, I said. The monster took the apple. It stopped crying. I grabbed another apple. I ran back to the table. "Here, Mom," I said. I gave the apple to her. "What is this for?" she asked. I didn't know what to say, but I had to say something. "Because I love you," I said. Mom laughed. "Minneapolis Simpkin," she said. "I love you too." Then Mom said, "Pickles." "Pickles?" I said. "Of course," said Mom. "Monsters love pickles." "I didn't know that," I said. Then I asked, "Do you know where monsters live?" "Yes," said Mom. "They live in caves, deep, dark caves." "Gee, Mom," I said, "you know a lot about monsters." "I love monster stories," said Mom. "I read lots of them." Did Mom like real monsters too? I started to ask her, but I didn't. The basement door was opening. "I'll be right back, Mom," I yelled. "Minneapolis Simpkin," yelled Mom. "Can't you sit still?" Hiccup, hiccup. Oh no, the monster had hiccups. "Now you have the hiccups," yelled Mom. "I will get some water," I yelled back. Hiccup, hiccup. I opened the basement door. My eyes almost popped out. "You grew," I yelled. "What did you say?" asked Mom. "Nothing," I said. I pushed the monster back into the basement. It was awful. The monster was huge. It was lumpy. Hiccup, hiccup. I got some water. "Drink this," I said. The monster drank the water. The hiccups stopped. "Min," yelled Mom, "please bring me another apple." "Okay," I yelled back, but there were no more apples. Now I knew why the monster was lumpy. I grabbed a potato. The monster grabbed it from me. I grabbed another one and ran. I locked the basement door. "Here, Mom," I said. "Min, this is a potato," said Mom. "I asked for an apple." "Oh, sorry, Mom," I said. "Min," said Mom, "why are you so jumpy? Is something wrong?" Something wrong? Was it ever? But maybe Mom could help. So I said, "I'm fine. Tell me some more about monsters. Where are those caves?" "Up in the hills," said Mom. "But don't bother to look for one." "Why not?" I asked. "They are all hidden," she said. "Only monsters can find them." "Are you sure?" I asked. "That is what my mother told me," said Mom. "I looked and I looked. I never could find one." I sure hoped Mom was right. I had to get that monster home. It was not a good pet. Then it happened. Crash! Mom jumped up. "What was that?" she asked. Then she looked at me. "Min," she said, "you were in the basement." I nodded my head. "Did you bring home an animal?" I nodded my head again. "Minneapolis Simpkin," yelled Mom. "I said no pets." "It is not a pet," I yelled back. "Then what is it?" yelled Mom. I did not mean to. I did not want to. But I started bawling. "It is a monster," I bawled. I waited for Mom to yell, but she didn't. "Oh, Min," she said, "you really need a pet, don't you?" "Yes," I bawled. but I want a kitten or a puppy. I don't want a monster." "No," said Mom, "a monster is not a good pet." I stopped bawling. "Now," said Mom, "go and close that window." "Window? What window?" I asked. "The basement window," said Mom. "I must have left it open." I just looked at her. I still did not understand. "Minneapolis Simpkin," said Mom, "the wind is blowing hard. It blew something over. That is what made the noise. Go close the window." I went. There was a window open. The potato basket was turned over. The potatoes were all gone. But the monster was still there. It was sleeping. I looked at it. How would I ever get it out of the basement? It was getting bigger and bigger. I went back to Mom. "I closed the window," I said. "The monster is there, but it is sleeping." "Okay, Min, you win," said Mom. "I was wrong. I will make a deal. You get rid of the monster and you can have a real pet. Deal?" "Deal," I cried. That monster was no pet, but it was real. "Good," said Mom. "I am going to take a long bath. You get rid of your monster." "Sure, Mom," I said. I was not sure, but I was sure going to try. I woke up the monster. "Come on," I said. "We are going." The monster came. It had to crawl through the doors, and I had to push from behind. But we made it. I headed for the hills. The monster followed. The night was very dark. I don't like the dark, but I had to get that monster home. We got to the hills. The monster looked at them. It made happy noises. "Is this your home?" I asked. The monster turned to me. Suddenly we were hugging each other. Then the monster ran up the hill. I felt good. The monster had found its home. "No more monsters for me," I said. I ran all the way home. Mom was yelling for me. I went into the house. "Minneapolis Simpkin," yelled Mom. "Where have you been?" "Getting rid of the monster," I yelled back. "That is what you told me to do." I started to bawl again. Mom looked at me in a funny way. She hugged me. Then I knew Mom didn't believe that monster was real. But Mom kept our deal. We went to the pet shop. Mom really surprised me. She bought 2 kittens. "2," I said. "Sure," said Mom. "One for you and one for me." "Mom," I said, "you are okay." "And so are you, Min," said Mom. We each took a kitten and we went home. Thank you for watching Storytime with Elena. Don't forget to subscribe so you can be notified when a new story is posted. Goodbye.